I love to see so many games getting classic versions. When the games first came out, they were so pure and innocent and fun. When the hype was there, when so many players were playing, we have the fondest memories, and the return of classic versions of games, lets us relive those or, experience something we missed out on. And, recently, of course, we always had old school RuneScape. We have WoW Classic. We had the Dofus remake. We have a new popular private server for Terra Classic, and more classic games coming out like MapleStory Classic is on the horizon as well. So, this return of the old guard, the old MMORPGs, I really do enjoy because I miss the old kind of games. The new ones are nice, but then you have situations like New World and Chrono Odyssey, right? I mean, they try to do something way too different. They don't execute. They aren't meeting the standards and stuff, and they're kind of missing the mark on what MMORPGs were. So I'm really looking forward to this new return of classic games, especially remastered games. Like Blade and Soul Neo was a remaster. I didn't play it, and I'm not a huge fan of the Blade and Soul franchise, but in this video I wanted to go over a Ragnarok. Ragnarok 3 is coming, and that's going to be a proper remaster of the OG Ragnarok. Over the last decade, there have been a bunch of Ragnarok games. Like, trust me, on mobile there's like 4 MMORPGs or something crazy out there all live right now. I don't know their strategy. They keep dropping a new one every 2 years and just recycling their player base or something. But yeah, when looking at Ragnarok 3, however, this is the Ragnarok from PC way back in 2000s, and it's just a remastered, new graphics, same old game, and hopefully nicer performance, maybe even cross-platform or something. I'm looking forward to what they bring. However, Gravity Interactive, being the company they are, I don't understand their strategy, but they're releasing another MMORPG in the near future as well. So Ragnarok Eternal Love was a mobile game that released sometime like 2019, I want to say. I remember playing it on release. I played it for 2 months. It was amazing fun, and then the pay to win caught up where they auctioned off really OP cards, which I think auctioned for like $10,000 worth or something. It was insane. I'm like, yeah, bye, thanks for the good run. But yeah, they're releasing another game in the near future as well. That's going to be Ragnarok Eternal Love 2. As far as the trailers go, this looks like there is a PC client to it. However, it does have autoplay, which you know how we feel about autoplay, right? But mobile games would be mobile games. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have a mobile client, and this is also having a PC client. It looks fun. It looks like a modern Ragnarok game. I mean, 3D and everything. However, they've monetized it way too heavily back in Eternal Love. So I'm very hesitant with this version. I do want to try it out. It does look fun to play, but I'm not really holding my breath for this one. However, Ragnarok 3, I think there's hope. I think if they don't aggressively monetize it like they've been doing for mobile games and have those OP auctions for cards or something, power-ups which are going for the thousands, if they don't do something crazy like that, I think they have a shot. A lot of people would love to play Ragnarok on a modern platform. It's running at high FPS. No one's getting any lag because there's 60 people fighting on screen. It's all cute. The graphics are very pleasant and it plays well. It's smooth. If they can bring modern technology to the old game and not monetize it in a ridiculous manner, I think this could be a really great game and it could be really fun. However, they got a history, so I'm not overly excited for this. Now, looking at the trailer, taking a close look at it, so I don't think I see any autoplay feature in Ragnarok 3, which is a good sign. I definitely don't want them to do that. I want this to be, the legit Ragnarok experience that we had back in the day when we were kids. It does look like they have a lot of familiarity with the old game. It looks like they are just redoing it, because I do remember some of these scenes, some of these NVPs and stuff. The classes look like, they're playing as they did back then. So as long as they're sticking to the original script, I hope that they do. I hope this is the old version of the old game, which we're experiencing on a new platform, because I can't ask for more. When it comes to Ragnarok, they've tried to redefine the game and MMORPG so many times that I'm like, I don't even try their new games anymore. I liked Eternal Love, but then I'm like, why are they releasing another MMORPG? And Eternal Love was a pretty modern MMO on the mobile device. I mean, it is a mobile game, but it had all the features. It looks great, it feels great to play, and there was no reason for them to make a new MMORPG. And I believe they do franchise out the rights to Ragnarok to multiple companies or something. I don't know what went on. Whenever I looked on the App Store, I saw Gravity's name over and over, so I don't know the story behind it, nor do I want to know. I just want this new version of Ragnarok, that is Ragnarok 3, to be a good game. I just want it to be normal, nothing crazy in the monetization, no ridiculous auctions for thousands of dollars. I just want it to be a good MMORPG. Now listen, pay to win is something that people are, you know, treating as taboo. However, every single MMORPG is pay to win in some way, you know, with money, whether it's against the TOS or allowed by the game, you know, with money, you can get ahead in every single MMORPG. That's just the nature of it. That's life. As long as it's not too aggressive, where you're being oppressed by the whales, where they're so powerful, you can't even land a hit on them while they're just one-tapping you. As long as it's nothing that gives them that outrageous advantage or any advantage, I'd rather play a game where there is no pay to win for power, you know, convenience, cosmetics. I don't care if I look like a, you know, a poor hobo who has no money or something because I didn't buy any costume. Okay, fine. I'll look like that. I'm okay with that. But I don't want there to be any, you know, ridiculous power spikes from paying. I mean, I understand if they have some sort of monthly subscription thing. I understand if there are some convenience things that really help, but you know, I really hope they do think hard when they decide how to monetize this game, because it could be something big. I don't understand why companies rather make a quick buck instead of making a game that has hundreds of thousands of players that will last for like over a decade. I would think the latter would be more money over the long run. So anyway, I'm no game developer, I don't know, but for the most part, this does look fun. This does look entertaining. Whenever it does drop, I'm definitely going to make my own guild. If you guys remember me back by then, you know, join my Discord and join up, because I'm 100% going to play this when it does come out. It does look really fun. I will try Eternal Love 2 just because I did play the first one, and you know, it does look fun. I'm just not convinced that they have nothing shady going on with this monetization and stuff, because they've always done it with those mobile games, and this will probably have a mobile client. It looks like it has autoplay, so it'll definitely have something going on. So we'll see. Maybe we can play it for a couple of weeks, have fun, and just say goodbye then. But anyway, you know, Ragnarok Online 3 looks promising enough from what I can see so far. We'll keep an eye on things and keep a track of the news and stuff, but I'm really liking these old games coming back with a nice remastered and on modern technology. Like I really like that. So hopefully other games do the same pretty soon. I mean, it's great that we get like classic versions of the old game, but hey, let's take it a different direction. Remaster the whole thing, make it run better, make it smoother, make it more appealing, you know? So I hope other companies do the same. It'd be nice to see some of those older MMORPGs in a new light and be able to experience it again in a new form. So let's see what happens. If you stayed till the end, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Check me out at twitch.tv/ImPansy, where I stream. I'm streaming about 4 to 5 days a week, and I want to keep that going. So yeah, I hope to see you there. Peace.